We'll see how this plays out.
I don't think Shroud needs to convert more fans, honestly.
But it's game time.
And remember, all these players, they are going to be in the same game to start for the Heat. Not every game, just the first matchup. They're all going to be in the same matchup. But here we go. Time to dive into Heat number 2. Can't wait to see how this one's going to work out.
Looks like they're going to be going for a different drop as well.
That was your first question. Now answered, Alex.
Yeah, they will be going to Rivertown. Lots of loot to be had here, and also a spot where a lot of players. That man has no power shield.
Oh no, it could be fisticuffs.
Uh-oh.
Changes his mind immediately. Oh, there's bodies everywhere. This is going to be chaos. Anything, something with bullets would be preferable. A nade, that starts him off. Nothing to write home about just yet.
If he gets that, I'm out. All right, fair play.
There you go, some armor. That's a start. Still
He's got everything but a gun.
He's got a lot of scopes. He can see just very far. But beyond that, nothing else. It's got a backpack. Okay, there you go.
That's a start. There we go. And it only gets better. Finally, a Vapor as well.
All right, so you got exactly what he wanted there. Player is going to go in and challenge, though, and that is going to be a kill there, and that will be on Chad, who is a little low.
They've taken some heavy losses in this early engagement. Chad and CocoTaco. CocoTaco is completely out. Chad just down for the moment.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get converted. I think he can get back up. It's on Justin to bring him back from the dead, but a push.
Oh!
It's JoshOG! JoshOG from Team Ninja does fall. It's going to be interactive all over the place, and they're out. Justin, it's Team Ninja to throw the knockout blow this time.
Oh, and was that a
tactical crouch?
Little
perhaps.
tactical crouch from Ninja, just making sure the crouch button works. I respect that. Okay.
That's going to be a good feeling. That's going to put a bit of wind beneath your wings.
A lot of shotgun work here early on in these games, Golden Boy.
And everyone who, if you watched yesterday, you know, I'm just not the biggest fan of the shotgun. But I think it's just because the shotgun's in my hands, and when it's in the hands of players like this, you know, different kind of scenario.
It looks like it works when other people are using it.
Yes, I feel like when I shoot my shotgun, I'm shooting cotton candy. You know, when they are there, it's basically just everything is lethal. It's not fair.
Does look like he's going to be dropping that though in pursuit of greener pastures. The Rampart now equipped for DrLupo.
And they really need to have a good start to this heat. Something to make them feel a little bit better moving forward as they are in last place starting the second heat out. Courage now. His team, we were pretty impressed with their performance in the opening salvo.
And I think this is a squad that will continue to perform, you know, steadily throughout
their competitors.
The Doritos Bowl. They really just need that one big matchup. And that will put them in the lead. And then from there, it'll just be consistency across the board. And that's how they win, right? Because they're always ending up in high placement situations.
Yeah, you can see just that Sansadar as well, be using that a little later on. Very beneficial to have that one early. Any questions you have on opponents' locations can be answered with a good placed, or a well-placed, excuse me,
We saw that in the game that Shroud's team won as well, that sensor dart that actually located 3 players that were coming up to try and get them from behind. That was perfect.
Just like you, Jason.
Oh. I didn't expect that coming. That one caught me off guard.
I didn't expect
You're
that.
beautiful. No
Bald
matter
and
what
beautiful.
they say.
No matter
what they all say.
Who's they? They.
James Blunt.
Team Courage waiting for this circle to collapse.
He's very, similar approach in terms of just being on that high ground, just on the roof, looking for info, looking for opponents. It is about kills at the end of the day. Every elimination you get.
Karma's in the chopper.
Trying to get an idea here, but I think that we have Team Courage are in Rivertown.
He's surveying the savannah. This is where Shroud dropped.
Yeah, he's just trying to, get some information. You want to talk about information gathering, just see if you can see anyone on the outskirts on the route that they're going to take. As you can see, he's actually peering away from where the edge of that circle is.
I think that Team Courage and Team Ninja are near each other.
Must be, right?
They are near each other. They are near each other.
This is so badass, just having one player in the helicopter. I mean, of course, it certainly makes it clear where you are, at least one of you. But a whole lot of information, you can't ask for more than that.
Now we get it underway as well. Karma as well. I mean, the nice thing is if someone shoots at you, I mean, obviously you never want that, but at least it would let you know where someone is on the map, give you some kind of information to play with. And at the moment, it seems like it's a cool idea, but he hasn't gotten much at it.
So I've seen Karma win a squad game, his whole team wiped out, and all he had was, I think it was a ICR or a Maddox, I don't remember, and a helicopter.
And a helicopter.
And he managed to win an entire game as his whole team ended up, I think he was also playing with TeePee and Courage, if I am correct, and they all got wiped, and Room was like, all right, let's just go back to the lobby, and Karma's like,
spots one.
Oh, I'm gonna play this out. He plays it out, and actually that is gonna be...
That's them. I think that might be Team Ninja.
Yes, that is Team Ninja. That is gonna be down low over by the squared circle.
Oh my God, this is exciting. Team Ninja across the bridge. Now Karma's gonna be making the call. Hysteria, Courage, and TeePee are on their way by foot.
I don't think they have any idea, though.
You can even hear Karma, his helicopter overhead, as we jump to POV of Ninja. Karma, that's just terrifying. You can hear it. The blades whirring. And the cogs starting to turn as well as they start to piece this together. They know he's not going to be alone in that heli.
They have to expect some kind of an engagement soon, though. If that helicopter's sticking around, still in sight and everything. Ooh, there's some nice shots down towards the boat. A lot of vehicles surrounding Ninja's team.
This is a dire situation here for Team Ninja. And I'm looking at
Circle ain't bad.
Team Courage, and we are going to get an engagement. This is going to happen, and I am so excited.
That feels like a bit of a promise there, Golden Boy. You making a promise?
Yes, I'm making a promise because they are going to go into a head-on collision here in just a little bit, and I don't know if they are prepared.
They kind of seem to have just shrugged off this helicopter. Karma's still doing it, right? Can we check in on the other POV?
Sometimes you just got people that ride helicopters for like way too long and they're super annoying.
Well, the trees are also
right
blocking
there.
a lot of information. Like, how do you spot all this? If you keep close to the trees, those branches are going to keep you covered as you move.
But they don't know that he's giving them the information.
I wonder if this is a deliberate decision to head to the tree line. It does make it so much more difficult for Karma to communicate to his teammates where they are. He's lost them in the trees.
He's a giant UAV. That's just what he is.
And the bullets are starting to rain in now. Ninja's getting a bit of pressure. Darting away, looking for meds. JoshOG has already been down. It's just the three of them. Gold Glove, Fearitself, and Ninja. He's under a lot of pressure. 15 points of health.
They are getting aggressive on them, forcing Ninja all the way back. And they saw that the kills came through, so they know exactly who they're going up against.
Yeah, Team Courage are in hot pursuit.
Ninja's team has no advantages in this fight. They have no information. Courage getting caught out in the open. He's got a spin. Crouched down, holding the trigger. Getting away now. Low HP. His teammates pick up the mantle.
So low. Everyone has been. This is just hanging on by a thread, every single player. And that's going to be Gold Glove down. Karma, fantastic connection as he's finally swapped his blades for bullets. Back on the ground.
More shots come in.
Fearitself is knocked. He's down.
It's all going to be up to Ninja. The last man standing here against Team Courage.
Oh, he's so low. Oh, he's dead.
And that's it. Ninja gets wiped by Team Courage. I promise you all, Golden Boy, don't lie. I said we were going to get a head-on collision.
He don't lie, and he refers to himself in the third person.
That's right, global icon, baby.
Actually, interestingly enough, the player that Courage just killed was the one that took Ninja out of the equation.
I think that was the team that was on the boat coming from that little lazy lake village.
Maybe they didn't appreciate some of those pop shots that Ninja took at him. Wanted to come finish the job. Either way, now they're in some trouble as well because Courage's team has been playing so well. That was a great helicopter play. Just the information for so long, for days.
And you have to bear in mind, right, that a lot of players in Blackout, they'll take to a helicopter and they just fly around. So if they don't do anything, you just got to assume that they're just trolling. Like that's really all you have to expect. But in that particular case, you just had Karma be the UAV for Team Courage, and they were able to push right on to Team Ninja, force them.
And with that
out of the
flurry of knocks and converts, that is only going to give them the very best loot. Every scope, every attachment you could desire is likely lying on the ground here.
This is very much a winnable game for Team Courage here.
For sure. And they're already not far off. They're just nipping at the heels of Team Shroud. One good game from Team Courage could level the odds completely.
They've gotten into the multiplier zone as well. They're doing well enough to at least get something out of this, which is great. Obviously, you want to get that win, want to be able to catch up about 40 points behind Team Shroud. As Courage leads the way. All 4 players still surviving, 22 players left in the heat. Looking for anything.
So I could be wrong here, but I think Courage and Lupo are still in the same game together.
It's 22 left on Lupo?
Yes, yes, they are still in the same game.
Oh, fantastic. Sensor dart, rather an ambitious shot, just hoping to get some information. And actually, yeah, you're absolutely right, Golden Boy. We could have more.
And they are stacked.
Oh, they've all got trauma kits, they all got armor.
This is, like, they are very rich with resources here. A lot that they could mess around with. But bear in mind, so is Team Courage.
Speaking of Team Courage, looks like he's about to get a nice little Kobe.
Oh! That's great.
Oh, he's feeling it. He's feeling himself.
I like how he gets up and starts talking trash, but that player that he killed is not here.
On the other side of the world, in fact, rather.
Yes, a nice player though. Just that's 5 kills.
Sometimes trash talk is used to, hype yourself up more than take the other opponent down.
This is true.
The positions. Oh, what a shot! Courage heating up in the second heat.
When Uncle Jack gets going.
He's feeling it. Oh, they've got a long way to go. Did you see that? It's on the other end. They've got a real jog. They need to get their... I was about to say a specific brand. Get their running shoes on. There we go.
Nice.
Thank you.
Non-specific brands.
Non-specific running shoes.
Particular type of running shoe.
Any running shoe.
It could contain any kind of generic logo.
A sole, laces, the usual. 46 minutes left on our second heat. And they've got a long run to go. We're not going to see too much for a while, one would assume, as this is just going to be a marathon before the next exchange.
Between DrLupo and Courage, you have 8 players left alive, 10 players left in this game. Oof. So Team Lupo needs to collect those eliminations.
Look at
player on the beach.
Ooh, that's not an easy shot to hit. Does have the Paladin though. It's the perfect weapon for that kind of exchange. Gets tagged, does choose to back away. Evasive maneuvers for just a moment as he starts to readjust. And they start to reaggress. They're pushing up that hill.
He's got the high ground, but it feels like they're the ones under pressure. He's already taken very, very low. Mad Ruski having to heal up. Trying to get into the window as well. Gets caught just a little bit, but they're under a lot of pressure.
This is madness. It feels like there's way more than 4 players pushing them right now. That's exactly what Ruski's checking.
This is when getting bunkered up into the house just makes you feel a little bit more claustrophobic than safe in any regard. And they're trying to find these players down at the pillars, down at the beach. There's a nice down. Annemunition keeping the spacing for her team.
Yeah, I mean, if they were all in that house, this could be curtains. But the fact that Annemunition has managed to kind of get a slightly more aggressive position.
Uh-oh. We're going to get another one, folks. Another head-on collision.
It's coming?
It is going to start to mold itself into
as that circle.
See, this is
creeps
can't see my hands, but doing a thing.
Magic fingers.
Magic fingers. It's gonna get very exciting here as the battle will take place over at Cargo.
Dear.
And you're gonna get hit for a lot.
Yeah, that hurts. It's gonna leave a mark. Ooh. Team Courage, they are not gonna be too far away from DrLupo's team here. Second heat, first drop, and these 2 teams from the stage here at TwitchCon could very well meet any moment now. Courage, he's on a bit of a spree. That will be his 7th when it is converted. A nice connection. Hysteria. Haven't seen too much from him individually yet. This is a nice and a positive sign.
Oh, they've got all the good positions, and Courage is all on his own as well.
Are we sure this is blackout and not free-for-all?
They farmed all of those kills that are left. There's only going to be 2 players remaining for them to be able to pick up that aren't the competitors that are going to be on that stage. But we are in a potential situation, folks, where we will get Team Lupo and Team Courage.
44.
Casters, sometimes enemies right now. It's about to go down.
Uh-oh. No L did get knocked. He's in trouble. Looking to save him. DrLupo now, he's going to feel just a little bit of a concussion. Looking to equip one of his own and throw it out towards that rooftop. He knows one's there. Could be good. He's tagged from elsewhere as well as Courage. It's Courage who's firing the shots.
Oh, man, this is going to be rough here.
Nade looks good.
They got to take out Karma up top, but Lupo is going to get dropped. And they end up losing out on Anne and Lupo. It's all going to come down to just Noel, and I think that was going to be Mad Ruski, yeah.
Yeah, Lupo gets finished off. Someone up on the rooftop as well. Courage makes the call. All 4 remain.
This is a suffocating game from Courage and his team. They have just been non-stop aggressive, and somehow they found themselves in such good situations in terms of positioning. And here's Courage one more time, going to help Karma finish that off.
That's mad, Ruski. That might be the last of Team Lupo. I know Annemunition failed, as did Lupo, as did Ruski.
Noel's the only player left alive for Team Lupo.
Is he the one up there? Yes, he is. Oh, they know exactly where he is.
He's got nothing. He's got no health, no armor.
No hope.
Man.
Oh, the grapple. He's thinking about it. Has he got any left? That might have been his only charge. Oh, he's just lost a great, almost guaranteed kill. They're going to have to go for the high ground on that boat, try and get a sight line.
I have never, at least for me in my time playing, seen a circle end at the boat.
Yeah, at the tip of that boat, they'll be safe as well. Oh, look at this from Hysteria.
He'll do it.
No, he won't, surely. They're so spread out, which just makes it so awkward for Noel as well.
I mean, there's a couple more players they still have to find in this game outside of Noel, so they got to be a little bit cautious. They can't just hunt down one player, give it all up, and I think they've spotted him from somewhere. Oh. There it is.
Easy.
Lupo's team is out.
With the ICR, it just looks so good. Team Courage, they're all still in this.
2 players left.
2 others, 2 strangers.
Probably holed up in a closet somewhere, just hiding.
This should just be a formality at this point.
Yeah. This is a win.
One would assume, unless Courage starts doing backflips off this tower.
Listen, if they drop the ball here, that would be so heartbreaking.
That would be hilarious. As a person who's very good friends with these guys, I would be
You would enjoy
hilarious.
laughing at them after the fact?
Oh, man. You kidding me? They'll do the same to me.
What an awkward situation. What a weird place to have to try and hunt down just a couple players.
And interestingly enough, they don't realize it. The opponents that they're playing against right now don't realize it, but they are.
Oh, there you go.
They're in the circle. Okay. Okay.
A little bit anticlimactic, but either way, Courage will take it. The team,
it'll do.
With a win to start Heat 2.
That'll do, but we also have another one going down over for Team Shroud, if we could jump over there. So congratulations on the #1 victory for Team Courage, and a lot. That should put him firmly in first place. But now we're going to go over to Team Shroud. 21 players left, all 4 still left alive here.
What's Shroud up to? Not many that left, and they have, once again, he seems to have a weapon of choice, undoubtedly.
I think he spotted a couple very far out, but even just too far away for even him to try and take the shot.
Does he just spawn with a sniper rifle?
I think he might.
I mean, if you're on his team, right, you just pass it over. You just say, listen, I got this, you take it.
Yeah. Just throw some SMGs at Chad and CocoTaco. Both of them have been very competent with that weapon. Oh, not
19 players remaining. Now, this is usually the endings I end up getting, right? Right over here by the desert area. And
that's an ambitious shot to try and hit. Oh, and there's even further. You really have to accommodate. You have to lead your shots perfectly.
Yeah, those players so far out, even for Shroud to be able to connect with that, got to get a little bit closer there.
Yeah, just pull your socks up and head towards the circle. That quad bike does look like it has been parked up. We're making that call as well.
Just a couple warning shots. Let him know he saw him earlier. Trying to keep track of where they could go as that circle closes in as well.
The amount of sweeping movements he does while scoped in, I don't know how he keeps track of where he's looking.
Trying to get some information here. And Team Shroud completely spread out, covering as much ground as they possibly can.
Do you like that?
Yeah, I mean, you know, they all know exactly how the other plays. They have a lot of confidence in one another. It's okay to spread out. Truthfully, I could never do that with my friends. They're terrible.
And I do think another, huge skill in this game and others is the way in which you can communicate where the opponents you see are. It's a verbal challenge as well as a mechanical aim one. You have to be able to describe exactly which.
Nothing quite like the call. He's at the rock.
Yeah, Dusty Rock. Which one, mate?
He's by the rock. Which one? There's 300.
The one with the desert fern.
You brought that one back.
Gotta respect it. Well, despite being all spread out, they haven't had too many issues. Again, another spot. Oh, what a tag at that range.
It's a knock as well. Looks like they're under fire from elsewhere as well. Shroud is just helping that along. There's not many left. They could be going for the W here. Let's not forget that top 3 multiplier. the further to the top spot you get, the more that your eliminations matter in pursuit of that score. Sure, Team Courage, we haven't had an update on their score just yet. I would assume it's about to be updated. And Fachi Shroud just taking a bit of a knock.
He gets caught a little bit in the open, but this is where Team Shroud being so spread actually helps out because it's so many players from so many different angles now.
You never know where you're going to get hit from, right? And with this open field the way that it is, it's so annoying to have to deal with. Team Courage, by the way, takes that lead, 113.25 points, but Team Shroud, if they win this, will jump right back in the first place.
Undoubtedly. Already they seem to have gotten pretty close, and actually just one squad remains. They know where they are. This should be good.
What a great statement from Team Courage, though, to open up this heat as well. Just taking that lead away. Can't slack off for the next few hours.
And remember, not only did they take out Team Lupo, they also took out Team Ninja. So
that's right.
You know, they won all their battles.
Yeah, I mean, there couldn't be any more convincing win in this tournament format. $250,000, by the way, if you've just joined us here at TwitchCon on the esports stage. It's the Doritos Bowl. We're playing Call of Duty Blackout.
The middle of the circle as well. It seems like they've lost a little bit of track, but now they have some idea. Communication obviously being passed over. That scope.
Where did they go?
They're just chucking utility.
They're so spread out.
Yeah, there's a lot. I think, they ended up finding him right there, and there, I think Shroud, yes, hands in the air. I was like, we jumped over, and I was like confused. I was like, did it beat? What happened?
He just didn't care. He was like, we're winning no matter what happens.
Oh, he's just yawning. He knows his teammates have got it. Comfortable, cool, calm, collected, and they collect a whole load of points. We'll be totaling them. That's the word I was looking for.
Oh yeah, they'll get back on top when that officially gets updated.
Yeah.
And they'll jump into a new game very shortly.
Where do you guys want to go now?
I want to see what's going on in that DrLupo squad if they're not already. Actually, I think I see. Yeah, it does look like Annemunition, Mad Ruski, and Noel are back into the fray. We'll be able to see what they're up to.
We are going to be heading over there.
They are the current bottom of the leaderboard, as you can see there on your right-hand side. Ninja and Lupo, close-knit. This is just the second heat. Plenty of time for them to overcome their initial slow start.
Good job with the words there.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't know where I was taking that.
Very proud of you. Firing range, a fun area to fight out of. Praise. I sang its praises earlier, and just so much loot for you to be able to procure here.
The problem is usually you have to pay quite a heavy price for that.
Yes, yes.
And they have paid a price. Who knows if it was here, but Noel dropped out of the game, so playing with just 3 players in the party.
And that's another player that just won't be picking up kills, right?
Yeah, or be picking up their loot, I suppose, as well. Maybe they can get extra geared up. I'm trying to find a bright side to this, a silver lining to the loss of Noel early. There are so many corners to check in firing range. I mean, it's likely uninhabited, but
those are famous last words.
Yeah, right.
Probably no one's here. I think we've cleared it all out. We're all good.
And there's the score update. Team Shroud with 162.5 points. Team Courage with 113. With that win, bumps them right back into first.
That's 52 points for Shroud's team in one game. Just to give you an idea of how quickly you can jump up that scoreboard. Like Ninja and Lupo are just one game win and a decent amount of kills away from being right up in second place.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Adds some perspective. It's certainly not impossible for Lupo and Ninja in their respective squads.
And also, Team Lupo, good closing there. I think that was a top 3. Yeah, I believe that was a top 3 conclusion for Team DrLupo. So, you know, you get some points out of that one as well, right? Still stay competitive in this match. They just got to rack up the kills, which has been something that they've been struggling with, because you took a gander at their screens when we saw that engagement with Team Courage. Only like maybe 4 or 5 kills between them all. Whereas you had Courage, who I think dropped like 8 or 9.
She was a monster in that last game. It was beasting. Yeah, someone from Lupo's team is going to have to pick it up in that department. Take the lead. 53 players left in this game for them, and they really haven't actually encountered any opponents.
Yeah,
quite some time.
Time flies when you're having fun as well. Just 33 minutes in the second heat. They're only halfway through heat number 2. It's a small poem I just wrote.
It was pretty good.
Thank you.
So proud of you. And also for all the screens right now, I mean, we can cycle through all of the teams.
Let's have a little look around. Let's take stock.
Yeah, I am genuinely curious to see what players are going to be running with here. I think that Team Ninja currently in a matchup with 63 players left alive. Oh no.
Oh, that's on the floor.
Hit the brakes. Okay. Working as intended. Nice work from them. They managed to save it. In the meantime, Courage and Co seem to be back to their usual looting locations.
Yeah, right back into the firing range area. Once again, just a great location to fight out of. And we're just jumping to different perspectives here. Get a lay of the land, see what they have armor-wise, what they have equipment-wise, and...
Ooh, a fresh drop for Team Shroud.
Yeah, they took their time.
Got their score totaled up. They wanted to see just how in the lead they were. 162.5, and then Team Courage. I mean, that's the real question, is if Courage team can continue to perform as they did in their first of the second heat, then Shroud, they have to keep this consistency up.
Oh, this is too easy. Right into the water.
Fish in a gigantic barrel.
Oh, what a shot. Barely see anything, just having to predict their movements. Still plenty alive, and they are just on the very edge of that circle.
They're on the roof. There's just like so many different places they can get shot from.
I think I saw a helicopter as well.
Karma's going to be getting his pilot's license once again, get it stamped.
You know, I mean, listen, I've known Karma for a very long time.
Would you trust him in a helicopter?
No, that's the thing. I would like real life. No, hell no. I don't think anyone would.
This got them so much information the first time they pulled this one out. I'd be wouldn't be too surprised to see it work out again. Look at this. This is just rinse and repeat. It's clearly something that they came with the intention of doing. Of course, the circles do mean there is going to have to be some, deviance from your initial plan, but it does help you start off strong. Get the loot, get Karma in that chopper.
It's a little bit more in the open this time versus last time, though, so I feel like he's going to be so much more exposed to being shot at from the ground.
Yeah.
And that can get a little bit dicey. You saw last time when he did that against Ninja's team, they were in the cover of the trees. They didn't want to take the fight with the helicopter. They just wanted to try and stay out of the sight line.
Yeah, and also, players tend not to take rockets as a secondary because you don't really think about having it. Sometimes you're like, oh, rockets, cool.
Sure.
And then you pick it up, and then you're like, oh, helicopter, cool. And then you shoot the helicopter down, right? And that's kind of where that ends. But you typically don't see players go for a rocket launcher to deal with that. So you can take the helicopter, fly around as much as you possibly want, and Karma sending shots over yonder.
Not far off. That chopper has seen better days as well.
Yeah, see, and at that point, you just don't get back on it because, your guns do deal a considerable amount of damage to it as well, right?
Yeah, Shroud got one pretty smoky
he did.
SMG earlier today.
Oh, those players, though.
Oh, they're in so much trouble.
So aggressive.
They're on the other side. I mean, they're on the other side of the blue as well, so they're just having a really rough time. A grappling hook to get him into safety. That's going to help. That gets him quite a distance.
Yeah, that's nice work. Look at him go.
It's not his first rodeo.
Still, though, they are taking damage in pursuit of these kills. It is all about kills at the end of the day. Those opponents they're shooting at, though, they're just going to be ticking away.
And getting tagged for 2, but with the, nice shot there. There's so many bodies that are going to be out here, outside of the safe zone. Just go for the shots.
They're so low. They really are. It's just, he's just finishing them off, making it official and making sure that their kill or their death, their demise, goes the way of Karma and not for no reason.
Just that small amount of contact earlier on freezes them, and they just have nowhere to go. They have to get into the safety of the circle and just can't make it. That is really well done. And now Courage's team, they could just bail out. Yeah. Karma lagging behind just a little bit, but he's all right with that.
That whole exchange is just testament to the importance of positioning. It's not necessarily just about putting your scope on the head and clicking. It's actually also about where your squad is at what time and whether or not you are staying on top of it.
What's been very fun about this genre, the Battle Royale genre in particular, is we've seen a different kind of competitive mode come about, which is really just a kill collection, right? Getting as many eliminations as you possibly can, and it's become so popular that it's gone to a point where players now have strategy on how they want to approach these things. hang around the edge a little bit more, play outside of the safe zone, get tagged a little bit, but if you got the safety, if you have the coverage, you're gonna be able to tag 1 or 2 players, which is exactly what Karma did. Play the edges, look for those targets, get the kills, get the win. And Courage and Ninja, all these guys, really, they've played this so much at this point. To see Courage, Team Courage, implement a strategy like this,
It's nice.
yeah, it's been very impressive.
And not too far away from things then. Shroud, some ambitious shots with the KN. It's a weapon you probably won't see people pick up too often, but it doesn't matter, because Shroud, he's just finding tags. And soon,
Nice
perhaps,
scope on that, too.
converting them into frags.
And look who's pushing ahead again.
Yeah, I mean, you just talked about the strategy that Team Courage employs, more in a macro sense. This micro one where just 2 players push up, keep the space. Shroud gets to sit back with these scopes and just land shots into the cornfield. It's working out so nicely as the more aggressive players flush people out into the open for Shroud's crosshair.
Oh, look at this, looking for higher ground, trying to get the sight line, trying to make the call. This is so clearly deliberate from Team Shroud. So much fun to watch as he's just going to be making the call. Chad's starting to push in. I wonder if we can see Chad's POV. Is actually, never mind, because Shroud, he catches a glimpse. He's got eyes like a hawk.
And if you're Shroud here, right, you know that, hey, if anyone decides to challenge you from the left or, you know, kind of catch you off guard, you know, you'll be okay. Because you'll probably be able to outgun them.
So Justin then, he's going to be pushing in alongside Chad. I'd love to be able to switch over just to see how that goes as Shroud gets his feet wet.
Just a little bit moist now as he pushes through the cornfield.
Nice. We fit moist into the broadcast.
Yeah, we
So
got
happy.
it. Oh, that one was for...
That word makes my toes curl.
Moist toes. See?
Stop.
You put some accent in it.
I know.
Shudder
I
down
really
my
do throw that New
spine.
York accent on it. Just.
26 minutes left. Does look like they
Okay.
are on the run.
Are you going to go for the combat axe? I really want to see at least one combat axe kill.
Who was
We
that
almost got it
yesterday?
yesterday.
It was the Guyver.
The Guyver almost got it yesterday, man, and
That was
so close.
That was a lot of fun getting those their Twitch partners and affiliates up on the stage, seeing what they could do. And now, of course, the big dogs duking it out on the Twitch esports stage here at TwitchCon.
39 players left in this game. Again, the lay of the land for all these other players here for Team Ninja. They have 23 players left in their squad. A lot of kills that they've managed to collect. Lupo and his crew, they're going to be in a fresh game. Shroud is going to be in engagement right now. He actually got tagged up and had to disengage, but Justin is putting in the work in the front line.
That's his 5th elimination in just this game alone.
And Team Courage has, I think, 26 or 28 players left in their game. So 3 of our squads are in potential #1 victory situations here.
That smoke, it does do something, but that sensor dart kind of negates it. Now pushing in, look at this. Close quarters, shooting from the hip. One goes down. That's going to be his 6th for Justin, for Team Shroud, and I think they're going to be cleaning that one up nice, neat, and tidy. Put a bow on it.
Also an update, Ninja is currently down in their game. Fearitself is down too. This is looking really, really bad for Team Ninja. That was a potential winnable game here, and
They need the points.
yeah, they need the points, but they are not getting them. Team Ninja is going to be eliminated from their matchup. So now for your first place potentials, you got Team Shroud, who have, what is this going to be, 32 players left in their game. And then Team Courage, I'm going to see in just a little bit how many they have left in their game as well. That will be 19 players left for Team Courage, and all 4 members left alive as we jump over to that perspective. 24 minutes left on the clock for heat #2. Team Shroud in the lead with 162.5 points, but a win here for Team Courage could put them in a firm position going into heat 3.
Yeah, right up there depending on Shroud's placement as well. Both those games are going to be
Very true, yes,
lasting a
depending
little
on
bit
Shroud's
longer. Yeah,
placement.
it could very much just kind of keep that same lead moving into the next games. Coming towards the end. Here you go, rocket launcher. I was excited to see that. I'm a
was
little bit
too.
disappointed he dropped it.
I feel like if there's one person who can hit a long-range Kobe rocket, it will definitely be Shroud. And
Kobe Rocket sounds like a cartoon character.
Courage has just stepped it up in this heat too. From heat 1 to this, he's been so phenomenal. Another downed opponent. Burning as well, nowhere for him to go as Courage gets on the other side of safety.
But as it gets to the later game, you're starting to lose way more health when you're in the blue like that, when you're outside of that safe zone.
Yeah, we saw him standing in it and fighting earlier. You can't really do that too much in the later stage.
Yeah, he was being chunked for 5 HP every second. And there's also going to be players inside of that construction yard as well, or the construction tower.
Yeah, but notice that Courage, though there are bullets did come from construction, he hasn't chosen to lock his eyes on that location. His teammate's doing it. Instead, he's just going to be trying to get additional information. In eyes with Karma now, 14 Courage. A world champion in competitive Call of Duty, swapping his sticks for a mouse and keyboard and still performing.
Yeah, showing off.
I love that.
That's been super impressive. We've had a couple of those stories in other esports as well, which are always fun to keep track of.
That's right, my boy Nifty.
Yeah, he's a good one.
So, looking at the position here that Team Courage has, any player that was going to be hanging out by construction, you got to go. You got to bounce. And now, Team Courage has the high ground. And if there's one thing that we've learned from Star Wars is that you never challenge when you got the high ground.
The prequel memes.
Oh, you too?
I had to bring it up one time.
I appreciated it more than anything all day.
And a supply drop. That's just
Look at
streamer
that.
loot. Come on, Von der Haar.
He's going for it as well, uses the grapple gun to close the distance quickly, and he's just going to go with a graceful slide. He's seeing what he can get. A gun, a grapple gun, maybe just the perk. Thinking about the SDM, no, not perhaps. Yeah. He seems pretty happy, pretty content with his loot. The scope will do, though, and actually, information spotted. That supply drop did pull out a couple from their dark and dingy corners.
And that's going to be a fight taking place, as a matter of fact. They're looking at third person in this fight. Courage is going to go down, but his teammates should be there for the support, though.
I think he got it down after the fact with that nade.
That was sweet. There's more, though. Hysteria is going to have to keep him safe.
That might have saved his life. No one could chase him down to complete that. So he should be able to get revived here, caught out in the open, but Karma's going to find one in return as well. Oh, right below him. He's got to pass down the rocks, healing up as much as possible. Completely blinded, though.
TeePee keeps him safe and sound. Courage is still bleeding out. He's going to need help fast. He's losing HP.
Look how many kills they all have.
14 points of health. Hysteria's low, too. This is actually quite problematic for Team Courage.
But TeePee's on the high ground, though. He's on the high ground. He's got a good scope as well. And you see, he just picked up that kill. That is going to be only 2 players left alive. All 4 still up here for Team Courage. Karma knocked down again, but those players are going to be in the back. And I think this is going to be a win here.
They are hanging on by just a thread, and that will be the victory. Solid work from Courage and Co. Another victory. That's going to try and close the gap now. The question is, what's Shroud up to?
Yeah, that's going to be the big one. And as well, Golden, like you just said, look at all those kills. That's a lot of kills to be in the multiplier to be able to get you to close the gap there a little bit. But now over to Shroud. Still 23 players left in this game. And he can extend that lead. A little bit of a buffer. Yeah, we're able to get deep into this one.
Almost a minute remaining for every player left in this game. 20 minutes on the clock in our second heat.
And I think the ridiculous thing is that when you see Courage and his team pulling off so many eliminations like that, and you're like, oh man, how is anyone going to keep up with them? And then Team Shroud does the same exact thing. They go hunting, they get those kills.
Yeah, he needs that med kit ASAP. He's looking a little worse for wear, a little battered and bruised, but he's still laying down the law.
2 more. 2 more for Shroud. We're going to get the score updated.
Yeah, we'll see what that win does for Team Courage.
Exactly. What does that win do for them? How far does that put them up over Team Shroud? And what is Shroud going to need in order for them to get back into that first place spot?
Oh no, that's not good. Out of the cornfield he comes, spraying away. Is traded off, but I think Shroud is down for the count, so they're going to have to do it without, their star player, so to speak.
That came out of nowhere. You can see Shroud, he's just laughing it off, and that's a paladin for the loot.
That was an RKO out of nowhere, man. Like a snake in the grass.
Justin, though, that's not going to stop him. In fact, he's just going to want to revenge his fallen comrade. Nice work from a distance with that ICR. He's not really got the dream scope for that range, but it's not stopping him from connecting.
I think the worst thing, too, is that player pushed and literally just thirsted. so that
just finished him off.
Just to be like, yeah, man, I took out Shroud.
He's taking screenshots.
Yeah. Call your mom.
Faxing it to his parents.
Got your chocolate milk.
Does anyone have a fax machine anymore? Is that a thing? Is that still a thing?
That guy does.
Yeah.
Oh! Chad!
That's nasty.
Not too shabby.
Oh!
my
Chad!
Goodness, taking names.
Poor Willie.
Taking shots. Great work. That's his 6th as well. Plenty of points being acquired. And actually, look at that score update. It's kind of all now on this next couple of games from Shroud and Courage towards the second heat.
And Chad's getting the kills.
Oh,
Chad is getting them.
It's so intimidating. Every bullet just makes me duck.
Yeah, I mean, this is great work. But now actually caught out in the open. Now we've got to see some of his other skills. Get in behind the tree and avoid the damage. He spotted one out. He's got to pop some shots off. There it is. Again,
7.
Chad. Racking him up.
7 kills for Chad. He also has that trauma kit. There's only going to be 8 players left alive in this game. 5 opponents. 5 potential eliminations for Team Shroud to jettison them right back into first place here at the Doritos Bowl.
It just doesn't feel fair, does it? Okay, so Shroud hasn't had a 13-kill game again, but that's because Chad, CocoTaco, and Justin are going to be doing all of the hard work for them. 11 for Justin in this game. Take a look at that. 11 eliminations in just one game of Blackout. That's going to be doing fantastic and doing wonders for their score. In fact, that's already going to be dethroning Team Courage as soon as this game concludes.
I was going to say, yeah, even without the multiplier, they're already back in the lead. So it's safe for Shroud for the moment, but Courage definitely knocking on the door. He's got his team in a good position in Heat 2. Ninja as well, a score update, added some 20 points onto their team, sitting at 95, but starting to be a pretty decent gap between Courage and Shroud and the rest of the teams.
They're just still waiting for players to emerge from that circle late. They're expecting people, late arrivals, from that dead zone.
You can see that aggression right outside of the safe zone, waiting for anyone who's going to rotate.
I believe that is going to be spots 1, spots 2.
He needed maybe another half second to get a clean shot. CocoTaco pinned down just a little bit, still getting aggressive, still trying to find his avenue out of danger, and he has for the moment. Oh, that's a great shot, so quick.
That will shred their armor. A Paladin, brutal 50 caliber bullets into the Kevlar of their opponents. That's going to make things a little sticky. Chad choosing to back away. Circle does close, and now it's time to see where the next location will be. In the meantime, firefight exchange, and Justin finds what will be his 12, maybe even his 13.
Man.
Whoa! It lined up for him there. That was a gift.
He paid a heavy price. He was down to just 20 points of health, but his teammate's going to be cleaning up, and he's already going to be getting that first aid kit.
2 more players remain, and then that's it.
Spectacular.
Another win for Team Shroud, and Shroud's not even in it. He sees exactly where they're going to be, and they're running. They're running back into the safe zone, and I think they're gonna meet him at the front door.
They don't have a whole lot of options of where those 2 players can go because of the impending wall coming in.
Yeah, this is going to be so tough for these poor souls up against Team Shroud. It's a 3v2. And they just can't find info. They're dancing in the middle of nowhere. Chad starting to push, as is CocoTaco. This is their signature move. And we're in eyes with Chad as he's going in close quarters.
That's it.
It's another victory here at TwitchCon.
Team Shroud gets a #1 victory on the board just after Team Courage did the same thing. That is going to put them right back in the lead here at the Doritos Bowl.
And it was like plug and play with the strategy. Shroud's down, but you pass it over to Chad and Justin, and everything is still all gravy.
I think Justin as well. He's just gone level with Shroud, his best bud. They both now have 13 kills in one game. They're going to be looking to break each other's records at this rate. In the meantime, DrLupo checking in with him as him and his squad still looking to break that 100 mark. It's Noel, Mad Ruski, and Annemunition.
Team Ninja did that as well. They managed to break through the 100-point mark. One big game for them. One big game.
That's all it takes.
Yeah, and you're right back in this competition. We still have 2 heats left to go here. Some players, some very confident soul.
That Chopper hasn't got much health left. It could be going down. Kill's a kill.
In a truck, shooting at a chopper.
Yeah. It's all gravy.
Now they've spotted some tracers, some bullets heading their way. Oh, and there's another one a little bit closer. Can't find this one. They know the direction. But this truck almost feels like it's causing more issues. They can't actually fight back.
Yeah, it's making a whole lot of noise, and everyone who was previously just lying in the grass, lying in wait, they all turn. Attention drawn by that loud vehicle. They're all going to abandon it, I think. 3 of them jumped out. And they're using just one of their players. I think it's actually Mad Ruski. He's just going into the circle, trying to bait them out with the truck.
23 players left. You saw 2 squads, as well as a helicopter player. 1 squad further west. And this is the team that they were going at before. Lupo, great shots there. Annemunition is going to go down, though, and Lupo on the engagement gets to second.
Yeah, they want to be cautious about this revive, and they know they want it. Are they going to really loop? Is there someone else going for that revive?
I think they ended up getting all the...
Mad Ruski's going to be doing that.
Revival duty.
I just thought Lupo's like, yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah, you're good. Just
what kind of doctor
here.
is he?
Meet me at the loot.
She needed a revive. Still, 20 left.
Ruski's also got 5 kills, and I think Lupo just picked up, I'm going to say, like 2.
Oh my God, look at that Shroud score update.
Oh yeah, that's brutal.
Oh man.
Oh dear.
That's real harsh.
240.
I was just going to say, there's only 12.5 minutes left in this heat, so Lupo's team has got to, I mean, I think they're in the top 10. They're in that area to be in the top 10, so they'll get the multiplier, but they need more kills. And then the Shroud update happens, and it might just not matter at the end of the day.
Jeez, 241.25
Every
points.
single player has just been dropping mad numbers.
It's been a very impressive day here at the Doritos Bowl, and we just want to thank everyone for tuning in. If you're just joining us for the first time, this is the Doritos Bowl here at the Esports Stage, TwitchCon 2018. Best streamers in the world here on stage competing in Call of Duty's new mode, Blackout and Black Ops 4. For your entertainment, the name of the game, get as many kills as you possibly can, rack up the points, get the #1 victories, take home $150,000, $250,000 prize pool total.
Not a bad weekend.
4 teams of 4 streamers each, 4 one-hour heats. We're headed towards the tail end of our second heat. And Shroud, they already have quite the lead. Lupo looking to extend his own. Currently at the bottom of the team and scorecard just yet. Still, these are tough shots to hit. Taking his time, holds his breath. Nice shot, rips through the armor there.
I love the second that guy gets hot and gets shot. He's like, nope, 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 time to go back to the tree. Okay, where am I getting hit from?
This is such a good angle as well from Lupo. Noel, under scrutiny.
Lupo's got him pinned down. He's got that, as you said, a solid position. Ruski in a little bit of danger as well, working his way around the edge of the circle. Trying to be able to finish off some of these kills. He spots one very far away. Still applying a lot of pressure to this team. They're just pinned down between the wall and this hill.
Not the best of positions to be in, considering that the blue is going to continue to push. They're going to have to make some moves here, but I wonder what Lupo's going to do in his squad. 14 players left in this game, 10 potential kills for Team Lupo to gain, which, if they do so, and as it currently stands right now, this is looking like a game that's going to get them past that 100-point threshold here.
Right. I mean, yeah, this has to. Considering there's only 2
but they
weeks
need
left,
this win.
You need to win this. You need that multiplier. You need to be looking at double digits in the elimination category. Just 5 so far for Lupo himself. I say just 5, of course. That's a high standard that's been set by some of the opponents on the stage here at TwitchCon. Spotted some just on the edge of that circle. Ruski does go down, and
right in.
to breach. Looks good with the 9 bang.
It's at least going to buy time for the revival as he covers in the windows. Lupo not really a big fan of entering the building just yet, though. Waiting to see if anyone is going to try and bail out.
Yeah, there's so many unknown factors. If you go in, they can come out, and then suddenly
I was going to say, toss that cluster, though. There you go, exactly. Toss that cluster. You're going to get something, man. Also he got the down and the kill. I think there may have been some damage onto another player up there. Oh, the barricade with the microwave. When you go up and you get hit by that microwave, it does a lot of damage to you. It's a great defensive measure. Good job putting it on the steps from those players that they're going up against right now, but
yeah, you don't want to push into that. Get roasted.
Did he grab the rocket launcher? I'm curious. Oh, well, they ended up taking that out. I was going to say that, you know, in that moment as well, with the rocket launcher down low, which more than likely had like 1 or 2 rockets in it, you could just go and just destroy that barricade as well. It's always good to it's a good tool to be able to destroy the
Always good to have another use for the
armor.
rocket launcher.
Yeah, yeah.
Essentially.
Besides just giant explosions.
I'm a firm believer in the trophy system as well. You can see that their adversaries had deployed one there, and it just meant that that cluster, though it did find the kill, had that trophy system just been a little bit better, could have been completely negated. Oh, in the meantime, Ruski's in trouble. He's always just a little bit caught out. This time outside of this house, out of this safe house, and now going close quarters. It's a nice connection. Finds one. Lupo looking to get the revive. It's going to be close. Can he get him?
Yeah, his teammate was there for the pickup. All right, we're only going to have 6 players left alive here. 3 more kills for Team Lupo to be able to get.
Last minute scavenging.
Go for the utility.
3 clusters. Every nade matters. You can push people out of position, but you can also just dunk them. And that circle is not a treat.
I was going to say, it's going to be an awkward situation having to get to that new safety circle.
I think in moments like this, you just play the edge, but you also want to make sure that no one's going to be inside of these buildings, right? You don't want to get caught off guard. You just want to comb through this, make sure that this is going to be 100% cleared. And then from there, you start to make your rotations. But I think the call out went through.
Oh no! It's a good cluster from their opponents. A second to finish him off. He's low. Mad Ruski's down as well. They've hit a bit of a problem. It's all on Noel. They're all bleeding out.
Mad Ruski's going to go down. Lupo's out.
It's a 1v3 for Ninja with Noel.
Oh, there's a kill out in the open.
That's a level 3 armor. Oh, man. And Team Lupo not able to get the #1 victory, but a 2nd place finish there still keeps them with that multiplier. So they do manage to get that 1.25 times multiplier for that game. Just, you know, you want the cherry on top.
I mean, it would have been 3 extra kills. That's more points in the bank. But yeah, no complaints. Top 3, that's the highest multiplier you can get here in the 2nd heat.
No, but 6.5 minutes left in this heat, and Team Courage, only 15 players left in this game. This is a great chance to find one more win right at the end. And if they can steal a completed victory when Shroud can't maybe finish his game, that might help them kind of close the gap. If they can get the multiplier and prevent Shroud from doing it, that could be huge.
That's a great point. Time actually could be on their side here. They jumped into this game with just enough time. Shroud, of course, finished just a little later, or Team Shroud, I should say. So with 14 left, and that is, of course, including the 4. So 10 opponents still breathing. If they finish this and they have a high kill tally, in the 5-minute window, this could be enough to get us on a level playing field coming into our 3rd. He catches a glimpse of one in the blue. He's going for it, but he's going to be taking a lot of damage as well. Gets the first aid kit, but he's still taking so much damage, he can't outrun it just yet. Looking for safety, the wall's going to be a problem. He should just about
And the zombies!
And the zombies as well. This is intense, deep breaths.
He played a couple good games earlier in this heat, and I think maybe he's feeling a little bit courageous because of how good of an effort he was putting out.
I like what you did there.
That was outrageous.
All right, well, only a few players left. You got 12. All 4 members of Team Courage are still going to be alive here. There's no way that Team Shroud will be able to end their game, so they just got to farm as many eliminations as they possibly can, or else we could see Team Courage. I don't know if they're going to get the lead going into Heat 3, but they're going to be pretty darn close.
Close the gap at this point. Chunk away at it. Chip away as much as you possibly can going into those 3rd and 4th heats.
And also, on Shroud's side, Shroud and Chad are out, so it's going to come down to CocoTaco and Justin. So if they end up falling there, this is yet again looking good for Uncle Jack and his boys and his nephews.
But you gotta find those 7 frags, don't you, in 4.5 minutes with these circles. So
it's a big circle. It's still a big circle. They could be anywhere, just lying in the grass, lying in wait. I don't know if time's on their side.
well, look at how spread out they all are. They even have someone in a buggy, it looks like, as well, just trying to hunt down and find the information and find their opponents. They know they need these kills. They know they need to get into the top 10, the multiplier zone. There's a couple out in the open here. Courage making some long-range fights. Going to transition over as well. Oh, and he runs out of bullets. Calling his teammates over frantically.
Yeah, this is that communication we're talking about. It's about precise calm, collected communication, and it works because Karma finds that frag quickly and gets the revive as well. So Courage, he's back on his feet. And how many do they need to find now? Just 4. Could be a rival squad.
Could be a one whole team, or either way, I mean, I'd be very shocked if they're not in the top 3. So they will get that multiplier. Player right in front, Karma goes in for the shot. Hysteria gets the call as well, and all eyes are going to be focused in that direction there as the zone is going to start to collapse. And just look how far out they're playing.
Yeah, that's favorable. They're actually just bringing the fight. They know that this should be all said and done. This should be a closed case. TeePee using the grapple for a quick advance. It's going to be approaching this from multiple angles. He's pulled out the 12-gauge shotgun.
They see exactly where they are. That's going to be the #1 victory for Courage with 3 minutes left on the clock here in Heat 2, and no way for Shroud and company to be able to catch up. That could put Courage in a really good position going into Heat #3.
Yeah, this is going to just close that gap, Jason. That's what you were talking about. 3 minutes remaining, though. Just going to see where those last couple of kills come from.
Let's go over to Team Ninja, who we haven't really been following all that much. It's been a bad string of luck here. And JoshOG, the last player left alive, that's going to be a wipe there for Team Ninja, but still points. And, you know, they're getting the points little by little, but it has certainly been struggle city population for Team Ninja.
Yeah, Heat 2 has not been kind to them. Actually, Team Lupo has jumped over them from the bottom previously. A nice performance. As we're following him here.
I think for Team Lupo, for Heat 3, you just got to be able to end out those games, right? Get those last few eliminations matter so much as we get further and further into the Doritos Bowl. You have to be able to get those. Player's going to be right in front of Lupo, but he is going to go down. Yeah, there's a lot of armor, really chunky for him, but I think his teammate's there for the pickup.
That's worth if he can get revived. Take out a pretty tough opponent as well. All about those kills because, again, this game as well, 70 players still alive. You're not going to be able to finish this one in the next 2 minutes.
I know you could.
I probably could.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. With the right weapon.
I mean, that's what I've heard. Anyway.
And also, Team Shroud, they only have 1 player left alive in their lobby. That is going to be CocoTaco with 26 players left in the game. So still more points. And let's not forget about that too, right? They're still jumping into games and getting as many kills as they possibly can.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to see what that final total will be once we get the updated score. But these guys have been jumping in and out of games. If they fall, they're right back into it.
Yeah, even in these last 3 minutes, despite the win, Courage are likely going to be getting a couple of more eliminations on that tally. Needs a fresh magazine. That could cost him. It's so chaotic.
What's that potato aim from his opponent? Come on.
Gets
He was
bailed
going
out.
up against a golden boy there. It seems like that's the way it would look like if I was playing on PC.
Okay, first of all, what did potatoes ever do to you? And why is their aim notoriously bad?
Well, because, you know.
It could have been any vegetable. Courgette aim.
What?
Oh, sorry, you don't even know what courgette is in the US.
I have no clue.
What do you call them?
I don't know what it is.
It's like green, it's a cucumber, but it doesn't taste as good.
That guy came in like an action movie here, but Ninja with no L. Oh, he's going to go down.
Not too shabby.
Yeah,
but I need
it's
an
like-
answer. What do you call it? What do you call a courgette? It's it's not
Courgette.
a cucumber, but the green
Celery
one.
aim. Can we just say celery aim?
What do you call them?
Yeah, well, you go ahead and worry about that.
Eggplant?
But for all of us here at TwitchCon 2018, there's 20 seconds left. Get as many kills as you can. Mad Ruski gets the kill right away. And he knows that that is going to be a wrap, guys. Here you go. 8 seconds left on the clock. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's a wrap, folks. Heat 2. All done.
2 clear front runners at the moment. Team Shroud and Team Courage, they're heading towards the 200 mark. Shroud already surpassed it. 2 more heats to go.
Courage had that really critical win right at the end of the heat before anyone else could catch up. Gets a multiplier in a game where no one else was able to. That's going to help him close the gap right into Heat 3. That is a great way to have competition. DrLupo and Team Ninja,
Yep.
they're going to be struggling. They got to bring it back.
Yeah. So you saw
Absolutely.
Fearitself for Team Ninja. Fortunately for them, not having the best of runs here in Heat 2, but still, though, staying competitive in this matchup. And we're going to get the point total in just a little bit. But welcome back, everyone. The conclusion of Heat 2. You got Golden Boy, Moses, and Machine here. Because we are going to have an interview on stage in a little bit.
Yeah, just a moment, yeah.
I want to see what the point total is going to be.
A whole lot of goodies.
I think first it's going to be that leaderboard because I want to know.
Yes.
I want to know just how close that gap is now. It does look like Shroud are still going to be on the top, and in fact, there it is. Actually, they've really sealed the deal now. Just
that's
40.
not bad.
Just what is it? Yeah, less than 40 points separating now Shroud and Courage. That's a dream. They've managed to make this winnable. And the same can be said as finally Ninja and DrLupo. They break that 100 mark. You talked about that, Golden Boy. Coming into Heat 2, if you want to stay competitive, you have to at least have 100 in the bank.
It's also a pride thing, right? When everyone else is sitting above 200, you don't want to be that only team with double-digit kills. That'd be double-digit points, excuse me.
Yeah, well, it's been a very interesting Heat here with Team Shroud still in first place, but Team Courage performing admirably here. But for now, we're going to send it over to